to Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell on if the media is being opportunistic. Is this exclusive focus right now, Gianno, justified?
Well, truthfully, I mean, obviously something like this is going to grab a lot of people's attention, and President Trump has now said that he didn't say that, but I would argue, raise your hand if you believe him. I mean, this is a long line of things he said, going back to the judge, where he believed that the judge could make the right decision because of his heritage. There's good people on both sides in Charlottesville, which, you know, I got very emotional about. And now these comments. I believe, personally, it is my opinion that he probably and likely did say that, providing gravitas to the allegations of him being a racist. And this is troubling, Charles, that the president of these United States would make any kind of commentary reflective of that. So
we know Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. We know it's in awful bad shape. So by saying it in a way that, in a vulgar way, would make a person a racist, but if he were to articulate it by saying it's poor, it's been poor for a long time, they've sabotaged themselves, they were led by father and son dictators who pillaged the nation. I mean, essentially, if he said it differently, then it wouldn't be a racist, even though the conclusions would be the same.
Well, the conclusions, I think, would be rather different. We do know Haiti has a lot of problems. That is true. But the comparative is this. For one, he didn't just say Haiti. He said, you know, other countries, which include Africa, which you and I are descendants of. He said that he would rather, at least what was alleged, I should say, Norway would be a country that, you know, we should be bringing more people in from there. That brings the comparative, and that's the sore spot. Yes, media is going to be opportunistic, but President Trump continues to deliver the media and Democrats a playbook for defeat in the midterms. Let's keep in mind that the reason why Democrats won in Virginia and Alabama isn't all because of them having the best candidate, because they completely did not. It's my opinion that they did not. It's because of comments and actions of our dear president. So when we look at these issues, Democrats that have already made up their mind, they have no message. They have no economic message. The Republicans have delivered on tax reform and other things. However, what they do have is a consistent theme from the president, which will allude to many people saying President Trump is a racist, and Republicans who do not speak out against President Trump are protecting someone that's a racist,
Gianno,
which does lead to defeat in the midterms.
Gianno, every Republican president has been a racist. And George Bush didn't speak the way the way Donald Trump speaks. Every Democrat that I knew called him a racist. Ronald Reagan was called a racist, and he was a very eloquent speaking. He was a gentleman. He was called a racist. So the idea that someone should be shamed because or forced to call President Trump a racist simply because a Democrat puts back, I disagree with that. And I would add an asterisk to both of those victories. Virginia and certainly Alabama, I think, would have been different with any other Republican. But again, having said that, the Dow's up 200 points. Over 2 million Americans are getting bonuses from the tax plan. The 66% of the country says the economy is excellent and or good, a record number by far. You know, do those things? Let
me respond to that, Charles, because let me respond. I've been a Republican for over a decade. I'm young. I'm 31 years old. I have heard people call Republicans racist the entire time I've been a Republican, and before I even knew what politics really was. That has been a constant theme. I recognize the fact that the Republicans as a whole, this isn't a racist party. I know that the Republican Party was started in 1854 in opposition to the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which wanted to expand slavery into the North. I get that. However, what we haven't seen from these previous presidents that people have called racist, and they've used this term on a number of occasions, we haven't heard the same kind of language that we've heard from President Trump. Now, am I right saying he's a racist? I'm saying that he is giving gravitas to every individual that choose to call him a racist because of the things he said with the judge, both sides on Charlottesville, and now these comments.
I will only say this because they've been giving me the rap for about 5 minutes, Gianno, is that the words that we're hearing is a president that was elected by, you know, the people in this country. In other words, we're not shocked or surprised that he speaks like some people say the common man does, rather than hide behind glamorous words and takes actions that reflect the same thing.
I hope that's not how the common man speaks. And we can also give acknowledge that a large percent of black men voted for President Trump.
In a bowling alley somewhere in Butte, there are probably people saying the same exact thing. I hate to say it, but people do talk differently when they're in the closed room amongst
And
friends.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend.